If I come into this world a million times, I will always want to be a woman. I don't think people know the amount of pressure that men have. They don't care. All they want men to do is to provide, irrespective of the pressure, all the challenges ahead of them. Welcome to today's episode of Because I Can. Today I'm here to share my thoughts as always. On this channel, as you know, we talk about everyday life issues, and today I want to talk about something I titled Men Are Only Good for What They Bring to the Table, or they're as good as long as they keep providing. How sad is that reality? Before now, we don't have the issue of what do you bring to the table as a woman. All a man wants to do is find a wife and find a woman and make that woman his wife, irrespective of what the woman brings to the table. But right now, if a man is only good for what he brings to the table, or the duration in which a man is able to provide, it's how important that man is or how valuable that man is to a woman. What do you think a man's reaction or the men's reaction will be? Of course, if you value me for only what I bring, you will also bring something, since it's a game of give and take, or it's a game of you are only as good as what you bring, so you also have to bring something to the table. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think men really feel that women are worth it anymore. I was watching a talk show, and this man said 50% of men in the Western world are no longer looking for a relationship. It simply means that men are getting tired of how women have been treating them of recent times. So they're no longer interested. But well, I think that is a Western world problem, because as an African girl, I know, or as an African lady, I know that it is not yet an African problem, because hey, every Saturday out there are weddings upon weddings upon weddings. So if you're an African girl, since this is not yet our problem, but might soon be our problem, if you have any man who is interested in you, you better take that man before they join their colleagues in the Western world to declare war against women, to say we are no longer interested in any relationship. Like, we don't really need to be in a relationship to feel wanted or to feel needed. We can also use you guys the way you have been using us in recent times, in terms of, if you do not have what I want, I do not need you. Because for some reason, I feel that women have been treating men badly in recent times. The way that they spill their needs and wants and demand from men is alarming. Like, you would tell a man, what do you have? Why should I date you? Can you buy me this? Can you provide that? Like, it's like men are only good for what they provide, or they are as good for as long as they can provide. When once they can no longer provide, you are as good as being tossed into the garbage. Wow, I don't envy men at all. Like I said earlier, if I come back to this world a million times, I will always want to be a woman. So I just came out here to tell all my sisters, in case any man is knocking at your door, at your window, that man is still showing one or two interests in you, and you're still out there thinking that, oh, he doesn't have the right qualifications, he doesn't. I'm not saying it is wrong to have a list of what you want from men, but I'm just saying that be human about it, be more considerate. Out here, it's very hard to have a relationship or to even find a man, because here, relationship is not a big deal. A man can wake up and say, I do not want to be married, and it's fine. And a woman can also wake up and say, hey, I want to pursue my career, be successful at what I'm doing right now, get more and more certification, more and more degrees, just to get to the top of my career. And marriage is the least in my to-do list, or relationship it's not a big deal. People are beginning to treat relationship like, hey, I want you, hey, I don't want you anymore. So out here is not a big deal, and men are checking out so quickly. And I'm just telling you, as an African lady, that since it's not yet our problem, if you have that guy who is still interested in you, that man who is still looking your way, I'm not saying reduce or reduce your standard for anybody. You know, people will always say, don't reduce your standard for anybody. What you want is what you want. You deserve the best. We all deserve the best. But I'm trying to say that as a woman, we have to be considerate. We have to be human in some of the things that we put on our the list of what we want in a man. We want him rich, tall, dark, and handsome. We all know that we want that man who will always be at home with us, show us that he loves us, help us in the kitchen, help us feed the baby, help us go grocery shopping with us, and all of that. And truth be told, we cannot see all of those qualities in one man. So make hay while the sun shines. But this again is not for everybody, except you are someone who is interested in being in a relationship, who is interested in being married. Marriage is something that is in your to-do list. Then you are one of those women that I'm talking to. But if it's not your thing, you can as well toss this thing I'm saying to the bin. But then, before the men in Africa begin to copy their counterparts or their friends in the Western world, or no longer being interested in a relationship, or begin to treat women the way women have been treating men for some time now, which for some reason I am not really okay with it. And I feel that it's because of the way women have been treating men. That's the reason why we have this "what are you bringing to the table" thing. Anybody who knows me, I love to be a God's wife. I love to be provided for. I love to be taken care of. I just like I will work, but I want to work because I want to continue my good, how do I say, that's comfortable lifestyle. Like if I want a car of 20 million, I want to have like 3 million, and I ask the man for 17 million, and he's just like, oh babe, take it. Just something to make life more palatable, more easy. You know, every woman, trust me, every woman wants to be taken care of. Every woman wants to feel like, who doesn't want a comfortable life without really stressing? Like, you are not working as a woman because your livelihood, your everything about your family depends on your work. Like if you do not work, then something is going to go wrong in your family. Every woman just wants a life of ease, trust me. And for some reason, I feel that every man or most men out there are ready to give women that easy life. It's just that they're not finding it easy themselves. And right now, the women are putting so much pressure on men, and I begin to wonder, is the standard of women is their standard ruining the relationship circle or the relationship environment? I feel that the way that women are going about what they need and their demands from men is totally making relationship not so palatable anymore. It's making it look like they are doing men a favor for being in their life. And if you're going to have me, these are the list of what I want you to do. And it's like as the day goes by, the demand keep increasing, and the man is not getting what he wants from you that he has never really told you. But he thinks that, okay, if I'm doing A to Z, we should at least meet ourselves halfway by just loving me unconditionally. Not every day you are coming with demands, and it's like I'm not getting, it's like I'm being used. I think for better lack of words, I feel that men are being used in today's day. And well, the Western world, the men are saying, you guys can keep your markets, lock your shops, we are no longer interested. And because I'm a good person, I'm trying to come and tell all my sisters that since the African men are not in that league yet, and we are still having weddings every Saturday, every passing Saturdays we are still having weddings, that means they haven't heard of this update. So take advantage of this time that they haven't heard of the update from their male counterparts in the Western world. Trust me, I tell my friends that if you're moving this way, and if you're not yet married or you're not in a serious relationship, it's very hard to find a serious relationship out here. Like, everyone is busy. Everyone is trying to build their career. This is not an environment where women are being shamed for not being married. Or this is not an environment where men are being shamed for taking the decision that I don't want to be with anyone. People are out there doing absolutely what they like, and no one is being judged for it. So if marriage is a priority, like I said again, this is for someone who love the idea of marriage, who love the idea of being in a relationship, who love the idea of companionship. What marriage brings, the symbol of whatever marriage stands for. You love the idea. This is the people. These are the women that I'm talking about. If you love the idea of marriage, you want to be married, it's in your to-do list, please. If you still have that person, I'm not saying just go and pick any person just because the person is knocking on your door, but I'm just trying to say again that you should be reasonable with your demands, because hey, these men are also born of a woman just the same way you were born. Women are beginning to mess this thing up for everybody, and I think that this, what are you bringing to the table, or what will you bring to the table if I end up with you, is rubbing off on everybody, including us who love the idea of absolutely completely wanting to be taken care of by a man. Me, I don't have a problem. I always say it: soft life, gentle life, just provide. That's it. Just, guy, you want me to sit home and you want to provide? Good luck. I love it. I have been there before. I love it. But guess what? If you haven't had that lifestyle before, you will know how fulfilling it is for you to completely trust and depend on someone and say, oh, the person telling you that, don't worry, I got us. Don't worry, I could paddle this canoe alone. Don't worry, I could pilot this plane by myself. Don't worry, you just do AYZ. I'll complete the rest of the alphabet. It's just so, I don't know. Like, even when as a woman you choose to work, that will be you just wanting to, if I want something that costs 50 million, I should be able to have 20 million or maybe 10 million, and the man will conveniently provide the 40 million without a blink of an eye. So everybody love the idea of being taken care of. But then again, if you're not in a situation where you could absolutely depend on that man to take care of you, or just, do you know what it means to just be rest assured that this man got us, or that man constantly telling you that, don't worry, I know what I'm doing, I could take us to the next level, you know? Except you do not have such man, or again, it should be a thing that a man is willing to do. Don't force it on anybody. We are not created equal. All fingers are not equal. It's a saying that we hear every day. We all do not have the same opportunities or the same goals or orientations. We all do not have, but whosoever that you end up with, just pray that God takes you to that level that you truly want to be with that man. That pressure, that unnecessary pressure that you're putting on that man, it's really not so fair. But you saying, before you can have me, you have to do this and do that and do this and do that. And if the man also say, before you can have me, or before I could wife you, you also have to have a big butt, a big breast, a figure 8 shape, a beautiful face, and this or that, have a master's degree, you guys begin to complain that, oh, he's asking for too much, men has come, or the men begin to select. He has 2 girlfriends and now he's placing them on the scale and he's saying, oh, this one has more things for me to benefit than this, and he drops you along the way and you come here, start crying, oh, this man has come with all I have given to him. Well, he has the right to choose also what he wants in his life and what he does not want. What I'm trying to say is that let's be human in everything that we do. Let's come with an open heart and say, just pray that God leads you to the right person in your life, and you should also meet the right, like, let God just lead us and take control of everything that we have decided to do, including our relationship. Because even when women are doubling up so much in terms of education, career, opportunity wise, even when you are up there, you might not still get, it does not guarantee that you're going to get the man of your dream, because once you are in a certain league with maybe you, because of your exposure, your academic qualifications and all of that, you are now exposed to the who and who in the society in terms of men. But do those men want you? A man needs a woman who is going to massage his ego, and now you are so successful, he's looking like, we are both successful, I don't think this woman can give me what I'm looking for. A woman who will just give me some accolade, praise me for just the bare minimum that I do. But that woman, the successful woman, cannot praise you for the bare minimum, because she can do more than that for herself. So for some reason, I always say that no matter what we do as a woman, we are always at the disadvantage. And you find yourself as a woman, after all of the ladder of success that you have climbed, you will still be dating down. Because if you cannot find the man that you truly fantasize about, you will always come down to whoever is available. Let's use let's use this scenario for example. Like when Vicky James had her wedding, everybody had so many things to say. Some say, why did she marry such a person? That boy does not equate her level of wealth. The boy does not have as much as she does. But again, you will also know that it's a tall girl problem. You know, when a girl is tall, she's 6 feet, what is the chances that she's going to get a man that is 6 feet or 6'2" or 6'4" to be her man? Because she does not want to have a man that is shorter than her. She wants to have a man that is as tall as her or even taller than her. So what are the chances? How many tall, dark and handsome men do we have? How many rich, tall, dark and handsome 6 feet, 6'2" men do we have? And again, where does all of this leave those men who do not fall in the category of rich, tall, dark and handsome? Where do you leave them? Those men are left in a space where they feel rejected. Nobody wants them. And trust me, the worst thing that can happen to a human being is the feeling of rejection. Now, those men are also so burnt. And when they finally find a woman who truly loves them for who they are now bleeding on those women because they have been hurt by women who just use them and toss them away because they didn't meet their criteria. Again, we all have our to-do list, our want list, what we want from this person, but again, we should always be human about it. It's not the matter. I always tell people that the life game, whether we like it or not, we are out here playing, or we are out here, it's a game. For some reason, it's a game, but however you are playing your game, whatever you want, I'm not saying you do not have the right to what you want or desire what you want, but make it realistic and make it human as much as possible. And I think that the major problem that we have today is women growing up and thinking that they can rewrite the wrong that men have done to them, or they just want to take back what men have taken from them all these years. How they have been put aside, they have been tossed aside. It has been a man's war for the longest time. Now they want to take over. But whatever we do as a woman, if we want to look at it critically, we'll still be at a loss. A man can wake up at 60 and still marry a girl at 30. We have been seeing that every day. A man can just go and pursue everything that he wants and still come back and get the woman that will wow people. But is it the same for women? It's not true. And like I said earlier, if you are in Africa or you are still that woman that marriage means so much to you, accept that good guy that is still knocking on your door before they join their male counterparts out here in the Western world, who they are saying that in 40 whatever in 2040 there will be a lot of single women. You know, these days we even still have single mothers. You might not even have the opportunity to be a single mother because the guys are also saying that if it is that sex you guys are bringing and that you want us to give you our sweat and blood, you can as well keep it. Close your shop. We are not shopping anymore. So no matter what you do, take it easy, your man. If God blesses you with someone who has gone ahead to just sort his life out and be rich and comfortable before he came for you as a wife, thank God. But how many women are lucky to find such a man who had gone and done all the dirty work, and now he had dug the soil and he had done all the dirty work, and now he has a diamond and he said, come enjoy with me. How many women are privileged to have such a man? If you do not have such a man, still try to build up something with that man that God has given to you. Let God lead your path all the way. I always tell people that whatever that you do, let God be the lead. And sometimes I feel that when God is giving you the lead to that thing that you truly want, but that thing that God is giving to you is not what you want. And for the most part, God will never give you that thing that you want. God gives you something that looks like that thing that you want. It might not be exact, but even when he gives you something that is not what you want, he will make it work out on the long run. There is no way that you ask anybody except there is another external forces on that issue. There is no way you start up with a man give it 2-3 years from the time you guys started off that you will still be on the same level. It is not true. So let God lead you, and wherever God leads you, before you ask God for direction, let your heart be open enough to take his instruction, because most time that guy instruction no dey come easy. Like his instructions are not for carnal minded people. Like you have to be in your spirit to be like, God, but why? But whatever it is, let God give us that joy, the peace, and the fulfillment that we all want in life. Everybody deserve a soft landing, be it a man or a woman. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.